I'm Mrs Tarbard. I'm the Head of Health and Social Care at the Purbeck School. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of information about the course that we run, and hopefully Carly and Matt will be able to help us in terms of their experience of the course too. So here we do the OCR Extended Certificate Technical in Health and Social Care, which basically is the equivalent of an A-level. Health and social care as a subject is a very diverse subject, looking at all sorts of different aspects within society around health and social care and childcare services. In the particular course that we run, we have compulsory and optional subjects. So in the first year we look at a coursework unit which is building positive relationships, where we look at how relationships are built within different services for the positive outcome of everybody. We look at communication, and that particular unit we have an opportunity to host an afternoon tea with a group of elderly residents from Anglebury Court who come up, and it gives the students an opportunity to really practice what they've learned in the classroom in terms of communication, which is, you enjoyed that last year?
Yes, yeah, it got you to actually have a go at practicing what we'd learned in the class and actually put it into practice, which is very good.
Yeah, all the units together help you to work with people and show the different ways and aspects that distance from them. So in a unit you talk about what a good distance to speak to someone is, a personal space, that sort of thing, and how it reflects upon people and how it will affect different people at different age groups, and it just helps to work with the T thing. It helps you to...
I gave you an opportunity, didn't it, where you came across some barriers, didn't you? And it gave you an opportunity to really address that and see what it felt like in real life, to have those conversations.
Yeah.
We also do 2 exam units in the first year, which is one, it looks at equality, diversity and rights, which is a really interesting topic, looking at how we promote equality within all different services, and where diversity sits. We also look at individual rights for children and for adults, and like I say, that's examined. I think you guys enjoyed that unit probably more than the 3rd unit, which is health and safety. Again, it's a really important unit. Everyone feels quite daunted by it, but I think you enjoyed it really.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It can be like a bit common knowledge, but it's all interesting to learn.
And then our 2nd year we do a little bit more in terms of coursework. So we do a unit on nutritional health, and it's a really interesting unit which gives you an opportunity to have an individual that you look at, get them to do a food diary, and then you assess it and you think about how they could improve their nutritional health and their nutritional choices, and you create a whole piece of coursework looking at that in particular. So again, it's got a practical element to it. I know for you guys it was a bit of a difficult unit, but only because it was done in lockdown, so completely unique to you guys. But how do you find the actual topic?
It's good. You definitely get to put into practice like what you learn, because you took someone that you know's diet and then got to assess it and write about what you'd learn about nutrition in the lessons. So you definitely get to put a lot into practice in this subject.
And you, what was your individual? How did you assess their nutritional health? What was it that you focused on?
They're like, so what they'd eat within the week, and then we had to see like how many calories it all added up to, and then like make the improvement for them. And you can focus on if they have like a dietary need like diabetes, which is interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Matt?
I focused on a diabetic myself and just saw how their diet is affected by having to monitor their sugars and stuff like that, and then seeing what we can do, how we can make it easier for them with less carbs, that sort of thing. So how it affects an individual with a dietary need, as Carly said.
And the final unit that you do in year 13 is an anatomy and physiology unit, which is the examined unit, and that is really A-level kind of level biology, which is fantastic when applying to university, because it gives you that element of science that you need, which obviously then promotes our qualification and gives us a better reputation when applying to universities. So that's kind of the way that the actual course runs. We do try as many opportunities as we can to get you out into the community. It's a bit more difficult at the moment, but we are looking at work experience that is specified to your particular interest. We are trying to run a trip to Disneyland. Sounds like a crazy trip for health and social care, but it's brilliant because what they do is they tailor the experience so that you complete seminars that relate to the topics that we cover within the course. You also get an opportunity to go and have some fun in the park as well, which is great. Unfortunately we haven't been able to run it this year, but fingers crossed for next year. And obviously in terms of where this qualification leads, it opens so many doors. There are so many opportunities available to people, whether they want to finish this qualification and go straight into work. There are also lots of apprenticeships which are well worth looking at, because there's new schemes where you can do apprenticeships into nursing, into physiotherapy, and I think there's more coming as well, so it's an area that we're really kind of watching. And there's also lots and lots of opportunities around university. So last year we actually managed to get one of our students onto a midwifery course, which was really exciting because that's really hard to get students onto that particular course. But it includes things like nursing, teaching, social work. You can go into higher level carer type roles. You've got physio, you've got pharmacists. There's a huge amount available, and we do look at all of those kind of areas to help you make your choices. Like Carly, I know you at the moment are not too sure where you're going, and you've kind of got an idea, haven't you? Yeah,
I've kind of got an idea, but I know that health and social is going to help me get into it, because I know it's definitely going to be in the health sector that I go into. So it makes you realise just how many job opportunities there are out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is a lot.
And for you, Matt, I think you're thinking in terms of where you're going. It's not necessarily health and social care related, but how are you using health and social care?
Well, for me, I want to be a primary school teacher.
Yeah.
So when I did my work experience last year, we just finished a load of units, the first year units, and everything that you saw applied. So distance from the student, and how you talk to the student, how you listen to their information that they're telling you, how you respond to what they're telling you, it all applies to the actual world. So the health and social care helps so much with so many courses, as you can see. And for me, it just changed everything of like, oh, I didn't know that, did that, and didn't know I should respond like that to that situation and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. I think with health and social care, it's important to recognise that there are huge transferable skills. So whether you're interested in working in health and social care or childcare setting or not, what it does is it gives you an opportunity to learn about working with people. And no matter which job you are looking at, being able to work with people positively is definitely something that you might want to think about. If you do have any questions, you can contact the school, and they will give you my email address. But just a reminder that I'm Mrs. Tarbot. Thank you.